this is.
Great,
Good.
welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
you very much. When the city manager made it known that he was going to appoint new members, I was glad he appointed you folks.
Thank you.
I know the 4 names that he put forth to the city council were good names, and the service that you performed for the community were very good service. I know from personal knowledge, the contributions that you give to the community are great contributions. And I welcome working with you,
Thank you, Bill.
and I'm glad to see you here.
Thank
And I'm glad to see the citizens here before us, especially the man in blue sitting before us, Chief Richardson. Can I call you Chief since you retired? No, no. The Honorable Chief Richardson. Excuse me? Maybe I won't go that far. No, wait a minute. We have 3 guests in the audience. First gentleman that came in, what's your name, sir?
Marine veteran, member of the Helping Hand Veteran Group with Lowell. Live in Lowell. Come down here once a month to hear what's going on.
Great.
Good.
Welcome, welcome. We have a new, we also,
And we also have
another new commission member, Norman.
Commissioner Norman Jaguar.
Yes. We'll just have you introduce yourself real quick. Phil. Welcome.
Welcome, Norman.
Welcome aboard.
And we have a third guest sitting in the lobby there.
Yeah, Dennis Michelle, he's actually going to speak for tonight.
Okay, good. Once again, Chief, thank you for coming. Good. Well, we're honored to have you here. Good. I'd like to ask one of the members to approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda, and I also make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from
From
the
the
June
previous
8th
meeting?
meeting, yes.
Okay, just take a minute to look it over and any changes? Do I hear a motion to accept the agenda, to accept the minutes from the previous meeting?
Make a motion to accept the
You
minutes.
can't.
This is
Bill,
You
excuse me.
get a second.
I'm sorry?
You're looking for a second.
I
I made the motion.
I really don't think you can. You weren't a party to the
Oh,
minutes.
okay. Right.
All right, well,
You?
you can.
Okay, I'll
second.
make it. I'll second it. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So be it. Next item on the agenda
I think we
is,
just have to note that the new members abstained from the vote, if we could.
okay,
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you. Okay. You're up, Dennis.
Dennis Michelle.
Of course, you guys out there don't have a copy of the minutes, so you don't know, or the agenda.
You want me to introduce him?
Sure.
Pleased to welcome Dennis Michelle, who's the president of Veterans Assisting Veterans, an organization many of us are familiar with, but we're about to make many more people in Lowell, veterans and citizens of Lowell, familiar with Veterans Assisting Veterans, a nonprofit organization that's been doing a lot of good stuff in the community. So, Dennis, welcome to the Veterans Commission.
Thank you. I'd like to thank all the veterans, of course, my group in the city of Lowell. They've come out big time to help us in anything that we've wanted to do, from the Owl Diner to members of your committee here tonight, to the Lowell Memorial Auditorium. So basically, what we're looking for is we're looking for help at our upcoming concert, September 17th.
Is that microphone on, if you don't mind me? Is a green light on?
I
No.
think they just need to get it closer.
Just need to press the green light on the,
Where is it?
might be on already.
I think it's on. He just
Yeah, I
needs
think
to
it's
speak-
on.
speak a
Okay, I'm
little-
sorry. I think it's on, yeah.
As you all know, our concert's coming up September 17th, and we need help. We got to sell 2,800 tickets. We're looking for sponsorship. I went out the other day, and I hit the car dealers in my area, which is Saugus, Revere area. They were extremely helpful. They jumped right on it. So if we could get some people in the community here to jump out and help us, we'd really appreciate it.
Dennis, could you tell us a little bit about how Veterans Assisting Veterans was founded and maybe some of the board members and the stuff that, some of the projects you worked on and of course, the concert's a big one, so we'll talk a little bit more about that, but just give people an overview of what Veterans Assisting Veterans is.
It actually started at my VFW post. I'm a post commander in Revere. They got a bunch of veterans. We were going to help Charlie Baker become governor. Unfortunately, he lost the first time, but as I'm sitting there talking with a bunch of veterans, one other guy, Bob Fairbairn, him and I started talking. We both served in Vietnam. We were both in the Army, and we found that there was a need for this organization. So through that, we started to put the organization together, and then we got Joe Machado, and then, John, you came on, and all the rest of the members. We have donated to just about every kind of veterans cause that you can, from American war widows, their husbands got killed in the recent wars. We are now supporting a PTSD clinic in Andover at Ironstone Farm. We bought two $15,000 track wheelchairs, plus a lift for one of them, which is another $3,000. We've given to the Wounded Vet Motorcycle Run. We've given to so many organizations. I can't even remember half of them.
Well, I think the big thing to point out, too, is that, if we raise $30,000 goes out. Nobody's paid, 100% volunteer, and that it's an organization that, is growing, and we want people to know that, if there's money given to Veterans Assisting Veterans, it's not going to overhead, it's not going to executive pay, it's, like I said, 100% volunteer. As a matter of fact, we've been fortunate enough to have and attract some really quality board members, one of which is here, Kevin Richardson, retired chief police, and Drake it. Kevin, if you wouldn't mind just coming up, just introduce yourself so the listening audience can see you. And
all right, thank you. First of all, I'm honored to be here tonight. My name's Kevin Richardson. I just recently retired as the police chief in Drake it. I'm a veteran myself. I was approached by members of the committee to be part of this. Joe Machado was one of the main coming to me, and I just want to say I'm very proud to be here, and I'm very proud to be associated with this organization. Thank you.
thank you. Dennis, you want to tell us a little bit more about the concert, and especially something that I think that people ought to know about the POW-MIH here and how we work with
Before I forget, I'd like to thank the local VFW here.
Yep.
It's been extremely helpful for us. One more thing about the organization, the Owl Dining gave us $30,000. 5 minutes later, we gave $30,000 away. $25,000 went to Ironstone Farm, and $5,000 went to a World War II veteran who fought at the Battle of the Bulge, who was about to be evicted. So we gave him $5,000 to save him. And through our efforts and the efforts of the community of Lawrence, they were able to keep this gentleman in his house until he dies. He's 92 years old. The concert, we hired a promoter. He's part of our group. I shouldn't say hire. He's part of our group. He's coming up with all the money. We're not coming up with any money at all. He put together an unbelievable classic rock and roll show. He's got about maybe 10 different acts. It's a 3-hour and 20-minute concert. It's going to be a wild night there. Everybody will have a great time. Bring back memories from 30, 40 years ago.
I think one of the things we should point out, too, is that I want to, while we're on it, let the community know that the tickets are available, obviously, at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium, but this is a night to honor our Vietnam veterans. And we want the community, if you know a Vietnam veteran or related to a Vietnam veteran, buy him a ticket, bring him to this concert. because we want to welcome them home as if it was the day that they stepped off the plane. It's been well documented how many years that the Vietnam veterans weren't treated too kindly at times. And so we want to try to make up for that in a small way the night of the concert. And I also wanted to publicly thank the Lowell Memorial Auditorium Board of Trustees, especially Kerry Hall, who worked with Veterans Assisting Veterans, and the Greater Lowell Veterans Council, Bob Cronin, a collaborative effort to install a POW MIA chair at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium the night of the concert, which I think is it's a big deal for those that appreciate the POW MIA cause, but certainly know the history of the Lowell Memorial Auditorium, and that it was built in honor of our Lowell veterans.
And the POWMI chair, Joe Detremont, he's a High Park guy, never served in the military. This is his way of serving. He's brought this to the forefront. He's got these chairs everywhere. It's amazing what this guy has done. Unfortunately, last year he had a massive stroke. So Joe's part of us. He's part of VAV, and we told him that we would carry the torch for him. So we have POW MIA chair going at the auditorium that night, going to be dedicated in Joe's honor. And we also have one at the stadium that's going up. It's going to be an emotional night. As John said, when I came back from Vietnam, there was 4 people at the airport. Now these kids are coming back, and that's why we formed VAV. The Vietnam guys, we're not going to let this generation of warriors be treated the way we were. And that goes from Vietnam to Gulf War to Desert Storm. And hopefully this is our last war, but we know that's not true. This war may last another 100 years anyway. But we need help from the veteran community. We need people to come and buy tickets to 30, 35, and 39. And let's fill the place up.
Great. Thank you very much, Dennis.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Great. Mr. Chairman?
Does any of the members have any questions of Dennis?
Who's selling the tickets, Dennis? Excuse me? We're gonna buy a ticket.
Can you just go?
That's the only, oh, okay. That's the only place you can buy.
You can get tickets at the auditorium. There's a fee. I'm not sure how much the fee is. Don't do it online. They charge another $7.50
Yeah,
more.
online there's a fee. If you go to the box office, I don't
I
think there's
think
any
they
fees.
charge $1 more at the box office.
Right.
That's the only place you can get them?
Yeah, right now.
Good. All righty. Thank you very much, Dennis. Do we have any old business?
Yes.
What is it, John?
It's a dedication, picking a dedication date, the Wounded Warrior parking spot in front of City Hall that
All
we
righty.
installed some time ago, and we had at one point postponed for August because it was Purple Heart Month, and
Right.
so thought it would be a good time, since we're in August, to actually pick a date and have a time of which we could officially dedicate it properly.
Okay, do we have a date?
It's been proposed that Tuesday, August 30th, at 9 a.m. would be a good date.
Okay.
And we would obviously want to make sure that the city administration, council, and the community know about this. Also probably want to make send a message to the Lowell Sun to let them know that's going to be happening as well.
All right.
Norman? The answer is, it would be a great idea. Okay. Great.
Now, Eric, is this something that's going to be coordinated through you, through your department?
I would assume it would be between my department and possibly the mayor's office. They were really interested in getting this moved forward. So I'll work with Celine on this, Celine Gettings.
Right, great.
Right.
And nominal, like you said, honor guard would be nice to have.
Now, is the spot on the ground going to be painted?
It was my understanding that eventually, yes, it was going to be. I can look into that as to when it would be.
Right. Good.
So my next question is, once you talk with Celine in the mayor's office and get official confirmation, we'll let all the area veterans groups know through your office, Eric?
I'll send out notifications to, basically through the Veterans Council, and let the commander forward it to all his, all the area commanders, or all the groups.
Okay. Great. I'll also mention it on the radio as well.
Okay.
Good. Now, for the new members, do you know what we're talking about?
Yes, I parked in the spot.
How about you, Francisco? Are you aware?
There was a parking spot, a Wounded Warrior parking spot that we had put forth here on the Veterans Commission, got approved by the city council, was created and installed. It's the first parking spot in front of City Hall on Arcan. Is it Arcan Drive?
It's the extension of Arcan Drive.
Right. So it's out there, it's been out there for a couple months, and the intent was to dedicate it some time ago, and obviously we want to get to it.
Jim, are you familiar with what we're talking about?
I am.
Now, it says Wounded Warrior, but what you don't see is Purple Heart.
Right, I think there's been some discussions about that, but that was a question I had. You can be a combat veteran, obviously, without being awarded the Purple Heart, so I didn't know if there was a distinction or if that's going to be clear to people that may qualify to park there.
It was always understood by us that it was to be a designated Wounded Warrior / Purple Heart recipient parking spot. And it's to be hopefully one of many within the city at City of Lowell public buildings, that this would be the first of many. Like the Memorial Auditorium, wherever there's a public building, that they be a designated Wounded Warrior parking spot.
But you would need to have a Purple Heart plate to park there versus if you had a Bronze Star plate, you wouldn't qualify. I think some
Well,
would
that was
say-
the intention,
Right.
that they be some type of automobile placard.
And I think that the reason why they picked the terminology Wounded Warrior was because of what you described, as if it was just Purple Heart, then no one else would be able to park there, and we wanted to make sure that, a veteran that served in a combat, was wounded, that they would, or that served in that capacity, would be able to park there. And the whole premise of it was to not only send the right message to the community in Lowell, but to send out a message to the people that were visiting. For instance, the big festival we had a couple weeks ago, it would send a message to people outside the community, and we were hoping that it would spawn some interest for some businesses, that businesses would do it, and that we would kind of follow the lead of a city like San Antonio that has them everywhere.
John, I know you mentioned the other public buildings. Has it already been approved, or?
We haven't picked another one yet. This would be the first, so we're hoping that the dedication would spawn more interest, and certainly as time goes on, it's up to this commission to point things like that out, or come up with areas that they feel would be appropriate, and then we can tackle that. We'll pick them off one at a time. Norman?
Do you think a lot of people have veterans plates? Is somebody gonna monitor that to make sure that it's,
Yeah, Kyle, you had talked about that at one point, that that we would talk to the parking officials, and police would know and whatnot. Yeah, I don't think we're going to arrest anybody, but we're certainly going to harass them.
I'm pretty sure from a police perspective, as long as you have a veteran plate, we're not going to enforce it to, if someone's a veteran, you're not really going to harass them for anything like that. It's pretty much open as long as you have a veteran plate.
Right.
Right, and I don't think most veterans would park in a Wounded
Exactly.
Warrior
I don't
parking
know.
spot if they weren't wounded.
Because I think from everyone that's a veteran would understand that. So,
Hopefully, it'll be honored. I would think if someone that works around City Hall notices that it's being abused, then did notify the proper authorities, and then sanctions will be put in place.
yes,
But we'll see what happens.
we'll enforce it too, especially
Yeah.
on second shift.
I
I
think
mean,
there's
we're
enough.
we're gonna look through this whole thing with rose-colored glasses and a
Little
lot of
cars.
optimism.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I think there's enough police officers that are veterans that would be sensitive to
Bet you it is.
that issue.
I agree.
Okay, moving on. We have a new guest sitting in the gallery here that arrived after everybody else had a chance to be introduced. Would you like to say something, Dee Dee?
We're best buddies.
Okay, well, why don't you, since you're here, why don't you come up, I mean, we're on TV, might as well make the most of it.
That's awesome.
Okay. I am happy to be here. I think I've met a lot of you already, and but I just wanted to follow what Dennis said, even though I wasn't here to hear it. Sorry, I was in traffic. That this concert that's coming up is so important. It's providing a lot of wonderfully needed welcome and warm wishes for our Vietnam veterans, and its purpose is to raise funds to help veterans. And I am unabashedly saying that one of those causes is Ironstone Farm, and we are working very hard to create a veteran center there so that we can move forward and grow a program that we feel is going to help a lot of veterans in the future. So thank you to the Veterans Assisting Veterans, to the Commission for all you do, and to Dennis for whatever it is that you said when I wasn't here.
Now, before you go, Dee Dee, just so people know that the money raised at the concert, a large portion of it is going to go to Ironstone Farm that has helped us, Veterans Assisting Veterans, and the idea was kind of created here in this room to help our first responders with PTSD, our police officers, our firefighters, our corrections officers, our EMT personnel. So we're going to fund, hopefully, a new center that will have a full-time program to do that and help all of the people that help us. So thank you for what you do, Dee Dee, at Ironstone Farm.
Well, thank you. And actually, I'm meeting tomorrow morning at 7 with Jack Sullivan and Bob McCormick to talk about the plans for that building. And we just scheduled another Veterans Retreat for October 23rd, and we just staffed it, so that door is open.
Awesome.
So we're going to tell all of the people, that first responders as well. So
And so people know that are listening that if you have a veteran that you're aware of that's suffering from post-traumatic stress, that there is a program at Ironstone Farm to help veterans currently. All you can do is make a phone call, and they'll be more than happy to help you out, right?
yes, absolutely.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on. Any new business?
No, I don't know. Anything.
Seeing none. I know this is the first meeting for you new members. Do you have anything to add as far as new business, things you'd like to see?
Well, you guys' discussion, actually, believe it or not, I was visiting the sheriff's facility out in Billricker, and I noticed that when you go visit even prisoners, they have a Purple Heart spot for people visiting prisoners. So, I mean, I was going to introduce, you guys already brought it up at other locations to look around the city, but what you guys brought up made me think that perhaps we should look at some of the school parking lots, because that would instill in the children that these people that were injured or hurt in combat have a special place in our society and should be respected. So I think that's probably one of the first places we can look, and even if no one's parking there all day long, the kids will still see it when they walk into the building.
I think that's a great idea. You know, one of the things that our VSO does is during Veterans Day, he sets times up for veterans to go and read to the kids so they know. But I think that this would be a constant reminder. I think that's a great idea as we move forward and when we talk about this again, that schools would be a great place to start. Yeah.
Well, with November the 11th coming up, maybe schools that have assemblies in conjunction with November the 11th, if there is a way to bring that into their assemblies, maybe it would be a good opportunity. Maybe we can reach out to the school departments to see if we can send a representative to those schools that have an assembly. We could start that outreach and talk about it. I, for one, will contact the school department to see if we can start an outreach program. And that could be the first official way to do that. So maybe at the next meeting in September, I can report back and see what the response would be.
Mr. Chairman,
See what happens.
if I may, as John was stating, that myself and the honor guard for the VFW Post 662 visit multiple schools on both Veterans Day and Memorial Day. I think this would be a good addition, but I mean, this is a program that's been going on for years. And I think it's a great idea, possibly even adding a POW chair to some of these, even the elementary schools. I mean, it's important to get them, have them be aware of this young.
In addition to what Eric was talking about, I have gone to the Butler School, and it's always before November 11th, they give me an invite. I go to the Butler School, and they recognize all the veterans. The auditorium is packed. All the flags are up. They really appreciate us. So I go every year.
Pat Jusom, right?
Pat Jusom.
Pat Jusom, she has a
Pat Jusom is she's just a wonderful lady. We recognized her at one of our events last year, a year before last. And she's just one of those people that she's all for the veteran. There's a Butler School, and then there's another school up further toward Couple Square area that invited us too.
Maury School?
Yeah.
Maury School?
Yeah, I thought it was further up, toward the Highlands.
Well, I know the Daily, I know a lot of the schools do
Daily.
it, yeah.
It's the Daily. But we've been to both. I've had the opportunity to go to both. So in reference to what Eric's talking about, they really appreciate the vets. And the students are just unbelievable. Yep.
It'd be kind of nice if we then started doing more nursing homes. I do 2 nursing homes over here. Today I went to the Palm Island nursing home. They have a POW in my age. They actually have a wall with all the veterans that have been in that nursing home.
I think that's phenomenal.
Where was this, Norman?
Palm Island nursing home.
Oh, Palm Marion. We were there last year.
Well, I think what we're doing is we're coming up with some really good ideas. You know, first is maybe the next Wounded Warrior parking spot is to start targeting the schools. Again, Mr. Hall's observation that it would send a good message to the kids, but also maybe something for the veteran commissioners to think about is, you know, POW MIA chairs, which I know VAV has done one for Lowell City Hall. We've done one for. We're going to be doing one at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium, but also the Colley Stadium. We're going to have a POWMI chair at a future date, targeting the homecoming game. So, you know, it's these type of things I think the Veterans Commission certainly should get behind and encourage the community to get involved with. So I love the idea.
Good.
The chair again.
Yes?
The 50th anniversary pinning, I missed it in Bedford, but I ran into a gentleman that's willing to do it at any event that we have. He'll order the pins, and he'll do it himself. He comes down with all the pins, and it's a pinning ceremony, but it don't take long. I didn't know if maybe VAV, since they're doing this big event, maybe they might squeeze out a couple minutes where we can do that. I can call this gentleman and have him check with you, John.
Yeah, we already have that taken care of, so I appreciate it. Yeah, we've got Francisco Urena, the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, coming to do that, but I appreciate the thought, though, because that's a nice thing. So, but already on it, though, but thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Any other comments? Okay.
Any other ideas from?
Any oth-
No? Okay.
Okay, I have no communications. Does anybody have any communications?
We didn't receive any, no.
Nope, all right.
Only communications I have is an upgrade on our event coming up in October for the Helping Hand Veterans Fund. It's at the Don Polsky on Lakeview in Coburn. Everybody, I'm sure, knows where that is. We have the second floor. It's on October 8th, but the first flyer I sent out, unfortunately, the DJ that we had died. He had pancreatic cancer, and he didn't last long. So what we did was get another DJ, and I wanted properly put out there so everybody knows who the proper DJ is. So I have plenty of flyers. Tickets are available. They're $20 a ticket donation. We have a door prize at the event. Edible arrangements, $75 door prize. So with the ticket, they mark it paid and they give you a coupon for edible arrangements door prize at the end. We have raffles, 1 and $5, and we have a silent auction and an auction, a live auction, where we put lots together of donations that we have that are Americana. And I have quite a few of the old throwback pins as well, way back in the day. In fact, I got 2 cards up here. I'll show you, anybody that wants to see them. But I want to let everybody know that I do have the new files. And unfortunately, the gentleman died, and I made sure I gave him a mass card and took care of the wife. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, went through questions and answers, but if anybody has any additional questions they'd like to ask or raise? You know, you've sat here at some of the meetings, and you sit there, you don't ask any questions.
I'm sorry, I thought you
Don't
saw him.
discourage people for showing up, Bill.
Yeah,
No, I said, I'm sorry, introducing one of my members.
no, that's all right,
Yeah, he
So-
introduced himself earlier.
but the question is directed to you. Do you have any questions of us?
I'm here to listen. What I take here, from here, I pass on to veterans at the Crescent House, to veterans that I run into over at Bedford. News from here gets all the way up to Salem.
Great.
You asked, I have a response. I think that if you want to venture forth to the schools for that parking spot, part of the dialogue that starts might be to the students about their parents. If their parents are a recipient or whatever, that would put that, I mean, the students would, yeah, my dad's coming, he's got a spot.
Okay. I'm not putting you on the spot.
No, if I had something that I
What I'm
really
saying
wanted to
is-
put out there, I would speak up, but I would, that's just
Okay.
my thought on that situation.
All I'm saying is,
I listen.
if you want to add anything to the meeting, it'll be a richer meeting because of it.
I'm here, I'm showing my support to the other veterans, and I'm okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, the next meeting is scheduled for September 13th, actually September 14th,
Yep.
which is the second Wednesday of September. Is everybody in agreement with that date?
Yes.
Good. If no one has any other business, the next item and the last item is adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Again, I'd like to welcome the new members.
Thank you.
As I mentioned to this gentleman, your participation is welcomed, and we're a richer group because of it.
Have a good night, folks.
Thank you very much.